Okay.
Welcome to Girl Island
Where we uphold women's rights.
and women's wrongs.
I'm Allison.
And I'm Kim.
Welcome back.
Whoa!
It's been a minute since we've recorded.
Like, actually, a really long time since we've recorded.
Almost 2 months.
Yeah.
I would say we ran into the posting anxiety
Mm-hmm.
and kind of paused for a second there while we got the bravery to post our first episode. And then I will say, like, I think we've probably recorded like 8 times at this point, but our early recordings were on your stepdad's fuck ass gamer mic that sounds like shit,
True.
so those don't count.
Yeah, I don't think they count either.
Yeah
But at this point, we've done it a few times.
we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We're getting the hang of it. We posted our first
We
episode.
posted our first episode.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Very vulnerable feeling for sure.
On one hand, I feel very, like, empowered. And on the other hand, I feel very nervous.
The same.
Yeah.
The same.
The idea of being perceived by people.
Horrifying.
Definitely. But then I have to remind myself that, like, we're not blasting this everywhere.
No.
And, like, the people that are tuning in are my friends.
Yeah.
And my dad.
I've not told my dad. But yeah, I've just sent it to like some good friends.
Yeah, same.
And they've all been very nice about it. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you. You know who you are.
Yeah, you inspire us to keep going.
I know. It's like, honestly, it has started so many chats with friends I haven't talked to in a long time.
Heck
Like,
yeah.
I've just sent it off into the ether and been like, hey, I'm doing this. And they're like, oh, wait, hey,
Hell
how
yeah.
are you? Loved it. And I'm like, oh, hey. So it's like rekindled a few things, which is nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I've sent it out to that many people, but
Yeah.
as I get more comfortable.
Yeah. But, anyways, a lot has happened within the last 2 months.
A lot has
Allison.
happened.
So much has happened.
So much. I mean, we went to a couple concerts.
We did get to a couple concerts. We saw Tameen.
We did.
You saw Tameen in Oakland.
Uh-huh. I think that we may have talked about this in another recording.
We did.
Yes.
So briefly, I was stuck in Japan.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't make it to Oakland, but I made it to the LA show.
Yes.
So all is well.
Uh-huh.
But
So,
you saw him twice.
I saw him in Oakland.
Yep.
We both saw him in LA.
Yep.
Amazing.
Amazing.
He is transcendent.
Just
I'm obsessed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a man.
And then
Oh.
we saw Anu.
You're right. We did see
In San Francisco.
Yes.
And it was so wholesome. It was a vibe fest.
It was everything. It was just so lovely.
It was delightful.
I had a great time.
It was so fun.
Shiny fans are just so cute
Yeah.
and wholesome.
It was a good time, dude.
It was such a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In one-man show, he was an entertainer.
I loved.
Yeah.
Loved.
He's a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then last week
Mm-hmm.
we saw Stray Kids.
Indeed we did.
And let me just say, girl, I'm still unwell.
Yeah.
I'm still so unwell. And I miss them so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like some really fun things to note about the Stray Kids concert.
Yeah.
So me and Kim did not sit together.
No.
Kim was in VIP
Yeah.
right at the end of the extended stage.
You know it, bitch.
And I was sitting like up in like the second bowl with my little cousin who's like super into Bangchan. And like
dude,
She was so
I saw
sweet.
Bangchan's nipples. That's crazy.
she like looked at me and she was like but she was so sweet. It was so fun.
Yeah.
But in preparation for the concert,
In preparation for the concert.
I sent off a silly little email of a silly little image I photoshopped and got a Lesbians for Lino flag made, and it made it just in time.
Just in the nick of time. Like, what, 2 days before we left?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you surprised me with it. I was so delighted. Big ass lesbian flag with Lino on it as a bunny.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with K-pop lore and just K-pop stuff in general, usually they'll have like little creatures that represent each idol. He was dressed up as this little bunny guy. And it just said Lesbians for Lino. And I love it.
And I'm 100% sure he saw it. The flag was so big.
Your POV video, I was shocked to see how big it was.
You were visible, girl.
I was visible.
Yeah.
And he walked up to us, my friend and I.
Yeah.
And his eyes, he scanned.
Yeah.
But he didn't look directly at me.
Girl, there's no way he missed it. It was a big ass flag.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our friends joked afterwards that he didn't look at me because he doesn't like women.
Accurate.
Yeah. So, you know, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. If you want to see the POV, go look at our TikTok, go look at our Instagram.
Hey.
Like, I don't know, you tell me. Feed my delusions.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
Any other things to note about the Stray Kids concert? I just like ascended into heaven.
It was just so fun.
Yeah.
It was silly. There was a
Delightful.
lot of fireworks.
Ton of fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
A
was
ton of
just
gay people.
Lots of gay people.
So that flag made me a lesbian magnet.
Yes.
They came flocking to me.
Yeah.
And as a Leo,
Uh-huh.
I ate it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I would walk past groups of like obviously queer people, I would just hand them bracelets I had made, and all my bracelets said like gay kids, and I would just hand them a bracelet without saying anything and then walk away, and I would hear behind me, oh my god, this is gay kids, and laughing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a little lesbian who came up to me, and she was like kind of on the verge of tears, and she was like, oh, I just came out 2 days ago, like seeing this flag makes me so happy. And I was like, girl, can I give you a hug? And I gave her a hug, and I told her I was so proud of her and that she was doing great. And yeah, so we chatted a little bit about that, and I don't know, just like those types of interactions made me feel so wholesome. I was like,
Beautiful.
yes, let's go, lesbians.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, queer people and K-pop, there's something about it.
Magnets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell ya.
It's a fruit fest.
Fruit fest for sure. Speaking of lesbians.
Yes. I've heard from one very recently.
You have heard from one very recently? So if you guys listened to episode 2 of the podcast, you would have heard Allison give all the details about the crazy shit her ex-girlfriend did. That same ex-girlfriend has been texting Allison.
Yes.
Still.
Texted me 3 days ago.
Yeah.
First day of Pride Month.
First, like, she must know that would be, like, triggering.
I mean, I don't think she cares.
Okay. Okay. Well, hey, let's just like get into it. Like, cause she's been texting you.
Yeah.
God, like right in between us not filming or not recording, I guess I should say. She's texted you a bunch. You've had exchanges. Let's get into it.
Okay, so we've been broken up, I believe, for 10 months now.
10 months.
Approaching 10 months. 9-10 months.
Okay.
So the very first text I'm going to read is the last text she sent me the day we broke up.
Okay.
And it says, my ETA is 3 p.m. for dropping off your box. If I don't see you, I'll just put it on the lawn. So this box was just like some of my stuff that she had at her house. We had a very drawn out breakup conversation where she kind of yelled at me on the phone for several hours. And I tried to de-escalate her with no success. And it ended in my stuff getting dropped off on my porch and me telling her I hope she does okay and I wish the best for her, and her telling me she's going to block me on everything.
Okay.
Yeah. That's an important detail.
Okay.
She was like, I'm going to forget about you and I'm going to block you on everything.
Okay.
And I said, okay, if that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And so she texted me 1 month later.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I hope this finds you well. I am thinking of you. I miss you. I hope you are doing good. And so it's just interesting to receive that a month after being told, I'm going to block you on everything.
Yeah.
And forget about you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can accept that.
Yeah.
But 1 month later,
I have received many of those types of texts from the ex that I talked mad shit about.
Yeah.
Of being like, I'm blocking you. And then a month later, hey.
Hey.
Coming back for more, I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, 3 weeks after this text, I get another one.
Okay.
Would you be open to a phone call?
Oh, so you didn't respond to that
I did not. I didn't respond.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
No response.
Uh-huh.
I get another text 3 weeks later.
Uh-huh.
Would you be open to a phone call?
Uh-huh.
And also, if you don't want me to text you, please let me know.
Okay.
Which I feel like is kind of begging for a reply.
Yeah.
Which I don't do.
No.
Because I'm not going to give in like that.
No.
You said you didn't want to see me again.
Exactly.
Girl, you won't.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
Buckle in.
Buckle. Click.
We're going to make a little jump.
Okay.
4 months later.
Okay. I can see it.
Okay.
4 months. I'm envisioning it.
4 months later, she texts me, Happy International Women's Day.
Oh, I remember this.
To an amazing woman who is unique in so many ways. Thank you for teaching me what true care and nurturing look like, and for introducing me to feminism. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be a feminist today. I'm so proud of you and all the growth you've experienced on your journey. You are strong, beautiful, powerful, and still one of my greatest inspirations.
Oh my God.
I miss you every day, and I regret breaking up with you in the heat of the moment. I wish I had given things more thought. I'd still like to reconnect. I didn't realize I had fallen in love with you. Now, it's okay, but life could have been so much richer. I believe the future could have a warm, cozy, nurturing vibe. And then she signed her name like it was an email. Thoughts?
That's a lot. That is quite a lot after you not responding to her at all.
At all.
At all.
Not even a little bit.
Oh. I remember the day this happened. You called me and you're like, she texted me. And I was like, no, the fuck she didn't.
4 months was a big gap.
4 months is a big gap. Jeez. I mean, you were still on her mind.
Hey.
Clearly.
If I fumbled a girl like me, I'd never get over it either.
Period. Man, how did you feel when you saw that? Because I know I saw you, but tell the people, tell the girlies, how was it to receive that 4 months later?
I mean, it was just so crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because, of course, what's most fresh in my mind is our last phone conversation.
Yeah.
Where she, like, screamed at me.
Yeah.
And told me all of these terrible things. Actually, of which I have a list that I could read you.
Oh, I mean, girl.
Let me get it.
Okay. Oh, she's digging in her backpack.
We can cut this. Okay. I took notes during our breakup conversation because it was so insane.
Uh-huh.
That I was like, I can't even, like, get this all straight.
Okay.
So, let me pull up my notes.
Is that Mandarin in your notebook?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay. Here is a list of the accusations my ex-girlfriend made towards me in our conversation the day we broke up.
Okay.
She said, I project my feelings onto her.
Uh-huh.
I don't see her for who she is.
Okay.
I create and want chaos. I always cry and blow things out of proportion.
Uh-huh.
I need to realize I'm imperfect. I'm disrespectful.
Oh.
I ruin her health and happiness.
Oh.
I need to grow up.
Oh.
I get hurt for no reason.
Oh.
I don't budget time well. I don't listen. I gaslight.
Oh.
I try to erase the damage that I do.
Oh.
I lie.
Oh.
I have a selective memory. I don't honor her pain. I'm dismissive. And her feelings make me uncomfortable. are all things she accused me of in one conversation. And I feel like it's just, like, I actually read back on this today because I was, like, just rereading my journal, you know?
Yeah, I do
was
that
like,
all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know? And I was just reading through this, and I was like, wow, every accusation is a confession.
Yes.
Every single one.
Yes.
Because this is how she would treat me.
That's crazy. You lie?
She constantly would accuse me of lying.
You're so honest.
Yeah, girl.
You, like, tell it exactly how you see it.
Yeah. To a point where people are, like...
uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I, like, I love that about you. Where you're like, I don't care about making people uncomfortable. I'm going to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She's fucking crazy.
That is what she accused me of in our last conversation.
Oh my
and she was like, and then she was like, I'm never going to talk to you again. I was like, okay, girl.
And
do
then
what
she
you gotta
tells you
do.
happy International Women's
Happy
Day.
International Women's Day. Interesting excuse to text an ex, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is not the last one.
No.
She reaches out again 9 days later.
Yes, because you didn't respond.
I
We
did not
talked about
respond.
it. You did not respond. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember. It's coming back to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, like, to recap my reaction a little bit, it's like, that's what's front of mind for me.
Yeah.
Is like the way that she talked to me.
Yeah.
The things she accused me of. The irrationality. The broken promises.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
That's front of mind for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to engage with that.
No.
9 days later, she texts me again. Hey, I've reached out a few times and haven't heard back. I understand if things are different now, but I think it's time for me to move on. Wishing you the best. A really important thing to note about the timing of this text is that we had been broken up for 6 months at this point.
Yeah.
And she's letting me know that it's time for her to move on.
I would have thought that the moving on process would have started after she broke up with you.
You would think.
Okay.
You would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just love how she's texting you all of this.
Yeah.
And is taking it as, like, I don't know. It kind of feels like accusatory. Like, it's your fault for not responding to me, and I just have to move on.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. You know what I mean?
And it's like, girl, you said you were going to block me on everything.
Yeah.
You said you were never going to see me again.
Yeah.
Sorry for believing you. But apparently you're a liar. Every accusation is a confession.
True.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay, so
God. Okay.
to contextualize, this is the 4th time that she's texted me
Yes.
in the 6 months since we've broken up.
Yeah. And you have not responded.
I have not responded. However, I had said I would respond the 3rd time she texted me
Yeah.
and just lay down the law and let her have it.
Yes.
And the 3rd time she texted me, it was the Happy International Women's Day, and it was just so unhinged.
Yeah.
And such a, like, desperate cry for, like, delusion.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was super out of touch, and I was just like, I'm not engaging with this. But the 4th one, it's time for me to move on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's time to fulfill my 3rd text promise.
Yes.
And I did reply.
I love it.
And here's what I said.
Oh, I'm so jazzed.
I said, what did you expect me to say? You were the person that told me to just get over it after my dog died. You were the person that would sabotage every trip we took with your jealousy and sour moods. The person that criticized me for crying too much, picked fights with me because of how I was sitting, got mad at me for spending time with my family, and constantly flung incoherent accusations my way. The person that constantly belittled me, threatened the relationship, and operated in an extremely selfish manner. The person that yelled at me on the phone for hours in our last conversation. The way that you treated me was despicable, yet you failed to acknowledge or apologize for that behavior in any of your times reaching out. Yet you were still expecting some kind of reconciliation. This feels delusionally out of touch. You clearly haven't changed and are still living from whim to whim without any regard for other people. I see you now so clearly as the toxic, controlling, entitled, bitter person you always were. I am so done with your manipulation and being your emotional punching bag.
Period.
It felt so good to send that.
I love.
My crowning jewel for real.
Yeah.
It felt so good.
Yeah. I bet it did, especially after all of her like insane behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of cortisol that has been released in my body because of that girl.
Yep.
I deserved my moment to stand up for myself.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what'd she say back?
So she replied to that 1 hour later and said, I know I can be emotionally detached at times, and I regret the jealousy and mood swings I let control me. I am truly sorry for making you cry. That was never my intention. I want to see you happy, and I know I acted selfishly. I'm actively working on being kinder, healthier, and more in tune with myself. Which I've heard so many times before. Like, she always says that.
Yeah.
Let me continue.
Okay.
I regret how I handled things, especially how things ended without reconciliation. You saw me at my lowest, and I can't believe how toxic I was. I treated you in a selfish, possessive, and manipulative way, and I deeply regret that. I know I brought my past into our relationship, projecting fears that weren't yours to carry. I was jealous, insecure, and immature, and I should never have blamed you for it. I should never have raised my voice or made false accusations. I see now how reckless and self-destructive my behavior was. I'm sorry for how my actions ruined our relationship. I've changed, and I never want to treat you like that toxic version of me again. So,
okay.
To reflect on this.
Yes.
She does take accountability.
Yeah.
She takes it well.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
But this was a recurrent behavior.
Yes.
She would always do this show of accountability, of remorse.
Yep.
Just to pull me in
Yep.
and escalate the behaviors even more.
Yeah.
I also want to highlight that in this text, she's very focused on herself.
Yeah.
And very focused on how I perceive her.
Yeah.
And it's not the content of this message is not so much checking in on me or reflecting on my experience. It's more so reflecting on how I might perceive her.
Yep.
And what she has lost.
Yeah.
From the absence of our relationship.
Yep. Because I also want to note, one of the things you've told me is that, like, you guys would fight because of her. She'd break up with you or do something insane.
Yes.
And then she'd be like, oh, I'm going to take action about this. I'm going to go to therapy. And then she would show you those actions.
Yes.
And then you'd be like, okay, she's working on herself. I trust her. And you'd go back.
Yes.
And so it just seems like that same repetitive behavior.
Exactly.
Like, I will not treat you like that toxic version of myself.
Uh-huh.
I'm working on bettering myself. All of these things. But they're all things she's always said.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel like this message, especially this part, I now see how reckless and self-destructive my behavior was. It's so focused on the self.
Yeah.
This
and
whole...
also just now?
What?
Just now. She just realized that.
Yes. And to frame her mistreatment of me as self-destruction feels self-centered to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like a little bit to cut out here, but
no, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
This line, I now see how reckless and self-destructive my behavior was. Talking about her behavior in our relationship. Sure, it's self-destructive for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also harmful. It's hurting me. And so I just really felt like the content of this message was like a continuation of that just virtue signaling, for lack of a better term, and just centering herself, rather than considering my experience.
Totally.
And again, I've heard this all before, and she just pulls me in and treats me worse. So that last exchange,
you didn't respond to that.
time I didn't respond to that. No.
Okay.
I sent one message after her fourth text. And she followed up with a fifth text, which I did not reply to. She then texted me almost 2 months later, Happy Pride Month. With 3 rainbow emojis, a pink heart, an orange heart, and a white heart, which are the colors of the lesbian flag. But that's out of order, girl. get it together.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, if you're, like, desperately texting your ex who won't engage with you, like, you need to curate that message.
Yeah.
You gotta have your pride flag emojis in order.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is 6 text messages my ex-girlfriend has sent me since our breakup almost a year ago at this point. I mean, not a whole year, but
Yeah.
closer to a year than not.
All right. So, are you going to respond?
No.
No.
She can continue to live her delusions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go live my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. Speaking of living our life.
Hey. We have something coming up.
We have some updates.
Yes.
Major updates.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
In 1 month, we're gonna be hopping on a little flight. And we're gonna be going to Taiwan.
Woo,
woo, woo. We are gonna travel Asia.
Yep.
For a month.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yep. I am so excited. Ever since coming back from Japan, Asia has called me. And listen, I know every white bitch says that after an Asia trip. But hey, literally, I loved it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I have to go back.
Yes.
I'm addicted.
So, we're going to start in Taiwan.
Yep.
We're going to go to South Korea.
Yep.
We're going to go to China.
Yep.
Just Shanghai.
Just Shanghai.
And then we're going to go to Thailand.
Yep.
And then you're going to go back home.
Ugh.
And I'm going to stay.
Yep.
And fuck around.
Yeah.
And I don't totally know what I'm going to do.
Period.
But I'm just going to be residing outside of my home country.
Love.
For the foreseeable future.
Love. And if you, listener, are going, what? But the podcast, what? Countries, what? We have Zoom and technology.
Yeah.
So we're still gonna keep up with the pod. We're going to follow Allison's travels, because you know that shit is gonna get crazy.
I will have stories.
She will have stories. And yeah, so we'll keep up. And keep doing Girl Island.
Yeah.
Girl Island forever.
Yeah.
And then when I go inevitably visit you in China, it'll be a we'll hoot and a holler.
Word.
Period. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
We're going to have such a fun trip.
I think about it every day.
Yeah.
I dream about it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I quit my job.
You did?
I gave my notice last Friday.
How does that feel?
So good. I'm so zen.
Yeah.
I'm no longer stressed.
Yeah.
Nothing can touch me.
No. You're gonna not come home. That's amazing, honestly. I'm so happy. I'm so stoked for you.
We're gonna see what happens, girl.
So tell the people, like, there's a few options you have on your list.
I do.
You have a few different paths you could take after Thailand.
Yes.
What are you thinking?
So the idea is to hang out in Thailand for a few little months.
Yeah.
And take dance classes. I'm also in online school right now for a nutrition program. So I'm going to be doing that, doing the pod, working on little projects, and just find a cool place to hunker down, do a workaway, and take dance classes. And after I leave Thailand, I have a couple of options. So I have cousins in Okinawa that I could go visit.
Yep.
Hang out for a month or so.
Yeah.
Vibe out.
It'd be so dope if you planned your Okinawa trip to when my sister and I go back to Japan, because we can't stay away from Japan for too long.
When are you guys going back to Japan?
I don't know. I kind of want to go in February again.
Oh, girl. I think Oki would be like in October.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, girl.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
We'll see.
Okay.
But, and then I also have the possibility of like bouncing back on over to Taiwan.
Yeah.
To see the friends and family a little more. I was an exchange student in Taiwan, so I got a lot of people there. And then if I like South Korea and it's a vibe and I find some good dance studios, I might go there for like a few weeks.
Yep.
Take some more dance classes.
Yep.
And then I have a friend who's really interested in going and doing a workaway in either Australia or New Zealand. And I have lots of pals in Australia that I'd love to go visit. I haven't seen them since I moved back from Australia in 2019.
Yep.
So that could be a vibe. Save up some money.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be applying to a grad school that's going to be in Beijing
Yes.
and would start April of 2026.
Yes.
So if I get into that, I'm going to be moving on over to China in
Wait.
April.
Beijing?
Beijing.
I thought it was Shanghai.
But here's the thing. If I
Okay.
don't get into grad school, I'm going to get a job in Shanghai.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because you have been to Beijing before.
No.
Wait.
Girl, I've never been to mainland China. I've been to Hong Kong and Taiwan.
Why did I think you've been to mainland China before?
Mm-mm. Bernardo
Okay.
has.
Bernardo.
Yeah.
Oh, love him.
Yeah, Bernardo might come meet up with me. We'll see. And then Hannah might come meet up. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the outline. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of chill with it.
Yeah.
Just me and my one backpack against the world.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
And I'll come pop in and out every once in a while.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Come visit.
It's crazy the like level of mental stability I've had to like work towards and have somehow achieved to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Because girl, my anxiety was popping off like 3 years ago
Dude, you're like the
when I
most
tried to do this.
not trying to like, I don't know, I don't want to like hype up you too much. I gotta keep a girl humble. But like you're one of my like most stable friends. I would say,
Whoa.
emotionally.
Whoa. Girl, you should have seen me when I went to Europe. I was crashing out left and right.
That's because you're in Europe and you hate Europe.
Yeah, but also, like, I'm so sorry to my Australian friends because I was horrible. I was a dark cloud. I was so depressed.
Oh, shit.
But hey, I turned it around.
You
I turned it around after I went to the Austrian Alps.
Yeah. Is that where you cried in the snow?
It is where I cried in the snow.
No.
And I listened to Nicki Minaj. That really turned it all around for me.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
Yeah. On top of a mountain, crying in the snow, blasting Nicki. It fixed me for real. True earth sign behavior.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be fucking traveling, and the plan is to do one episode in every country
At least.
at least.
If some crazy shit goes down, we'll have to
We'll have to
get a
hop
bonus
on.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, period. Because also, it's gonna be such a it's like so fast for me at least
Mhm.
because I'm only there a month.
Yeah.
I'm only traveling a month.
Yeah.
Which some people might be like, that's a lot. But we're going to 4 different countries.
Yeah.
We had more on the list, but we had to cut some because there's just not
Yeah.
enough time. Yeah. So 1 episode in every country. And we're going to be, only like South Korea for 4 days? 4 nights?
Dude, it's super short.
Super short.
Yeah.
So
We're going to be locked in and clocked in.
locked in, clocked in. Maybe like 2 episodes in China. We'll be there 10 nights.
I don't even know where we're going to record, but we'll figure it out.
But I kind of figured like there's lots of like little internet cafes, right? That like people rent out like little booths.
Surely.
We'll find somewhere.
Indeed.
Or maybe we'll be in the hostels and you'll hear screaming or
Hey.
noises or partying behind us and you'll just have to put up with it. I'm sorry.
That's just a travel pod for you.
Mm-hmm.
Authentic.
It's real.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's our plans.
that's our plan.
So get ready for Girl Island International.
I'm so excited. So excited.
Mhm. So, moving
So-
on to our next segment.
I have been seeing on the internet, like those little anecdotes people would be like, she's a 10, but,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll list something crazy,
Yeah.
and then we re-rate.
Yeah.
I wrote some for you.
Okay.
I just wanted to, off the dome, get
All
your
right.
opinion on some things. I read them to my dad today. He had a good laugh. And then my dad says, I can't wait for you girls to react to these on the podcast.
He'll be tuned in.
He'll be tuned in. So shout out to my dad.
Hey.
Hey.
Thanks for watching the doggy while we're gone.
Yeah, thanks. Oh my god, yes, my dad is watching my dog while I'm gone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. He hates her, but she loves him.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay. Let's get into it. She's a 10, but her nickname for you is Mommy in public and in front of your family.
0.
I 100% agree.
The horror and that just went through my body.
Yeah. I wrote that and I physically like got the chills.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to handle it. I don't think I could be able to handle it like alone either. Your face, you look terrified.
I don't know if I should say that.
Are you thinking oh, I absolutely need you to say it.
It happened one time. And I was so shocked. I was like, what did you say?
In what context?
Girl.
Okay.
I was so shocked.
Did it take you out of the moment?
A little bit.
Yeah. Will you say who was with? I can bleep
No.
the name. No.
But
Wait, I'll bleep it. I just need to know. Oh my god. Oh. Okay.
I don't think you'll be able to keep that story.
Please. Please. Oh my god.
It was just so jarring.
Yeah, I absolutely would be jarred.
Yeah, it was.
I think it would, if that happened to me, I think I would fully be like, well, I'm all dried up, sis. Like, there's no.
It wasn't for me, I'll say.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Period. That we're not doing that. Okay. Okay. She's an 8, but she doesn't believe in feminism.
What?
She's an 8, but she doesn't.
She's an 8?
She's an 8, but she doesn't believe in feminism.
0.
0. Yeah, same.
Been there.
Literally, I was telling my dad this in Costco because, you know. And I tell him that, and he goes, oh, but you can, like, teach them. And I go, I'm not a teacher.
I've tried.
Yeah. I'm not an educator. I'm
not
sorry.
worth it.
No.
Not worth it.
No. You go have that journey by yourself.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Go lock in and clock in away from me.
Yeah. Don't involve me in this, please. Okay.
Are you going to pay me?
She's a 6, but she has a very secure attachment style and is mentally stable.
9.
Okay. I'd say like a 10.
10.
Yeah. If you're mentally...
They're like right there.
Yeah, 9 and 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're mentally stable, you're hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
I'm just being a little cautious about perfect scores.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say...
Because I don't know all her traits.
Okay, yeah. I'll say 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta be really picky about those 10s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She's a 10, but is a MAGA Republican.
0.
And loves Ben Shapiro.
Negative 1,000.
Yeah.
If you unironically love Ben Shapiro, you're dumb. Sorry. It just low-key, there was a girl, I don't even remember her name, I'm going to be so honest with you. A girl we went to school with in high school, right? She was a very attractive girl. Yeah.
Pretty popular.
Yeah.
I remember in class one day, she announced to everyone that, like, she didn't believe in feminism, one, and didn't believe that women should have rights.
Yeah, she's dumb.
And I was just like, you're not hot anymore.
And she's dumb.
But, like, if you don't...
to go out into your university class that you're attending.
Oh, no. This was high school.
This was high school?
Yes.
Wait, who was it?
I don't remember her name, or else I would tell you.
Was it...
No, not her.
Okay.
No. If I saw her face, I would be able to point her out. I cannot remember her name.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, I was just like, you were hot before and now you're not.
It's just dumb.
It's just dumb. Would you date a MAGA Republican?
No.
Yeah, no. I already knew the answer to that. I don't know why I asked.
No. I mean, I don't need to degrade myself.
What if that... Okay, I'm making up a new one right now.
Okay.
Very secure attachment style, mentally stable, but MAGA Republican.
I don't think a mentally stable person can be a MAGA Republican. I don't think they have empathy.
No, okay. Period.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried talking to one the other day.
Uh-huh.
And I said, don't you ever put yourself in other people's shoes?
Yeah.
And try to imagine other people's experiences?
Uh-huh.
And, like, think about what that feels like?
Uh-huh.
And they said to me, no one does that.
Mm.
Nobody does that.
Mm.
That's what we're dealing with here.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought I'd give it a shot. She's a 7, but is a part of the furry community, and in parentheses I put not a diss.
In what regard?
Like, attends the conventions, has a fursuit, would want to wear a collar with your name on it, like on her.
Okay, no. That's not for me.
That's not for you.
Not for me.
Okay. Period.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm like a don't knock it till you try it sort of thing.
Okay.
If you're really passionate about being a furry and you love that shit and you're a cool person, then I'm like, yeah.
Wait till someone calls you mommy. See how you feel.
Well, what does being called mommy have to see?
It just kind of like closes you off from a lot of experiences.
Okay.
It just kind of puts things in perspective real quick.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I'm not as open-minded as I thought.
Okay. She's a 9, but fully believes in the MLM scheme that she's a part of.
Oh, dear God. No. Oh, my God.
No.
No. Financially unstable. No real friends.
No. Cult behavior.
Pseudoscience. Probably doesn't vaccinate.
Oh, shit.
There's just too much. No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay. She's a 10, but claps when the plane lands.
I don't really care.
You don't care.
That doesn't bother me.
Okay, see, that bothers me.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm pretty extroverted. I don't care if I accidentally call attention to myself. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
But if you clap when the plane lands, I'm like, can we be so fucking for real right now?
Well, here's the thing. I think pilots secretly like it.
Okay. Can they even hear it?
I don't know.
They're in the cockpit. Like,
I don't know.
they have the...
I don't really care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay. Heard.
The planes are the trenches. They're like time warps. You're not even a real person in a plane.
No.
You just exist in a liminal space. You're just like human goo.
Yeah.
Nothing real happens on a plane.
No.
So it doesn't matter.
I know.
Just wear a mask. As long as she wears a mask, we're good.
Okay. Okay, period.
Clap away, girl. Just mask up.
Okay. She's an 8.5, but has U-hauled every relationship.
Has she been to therapy?
I don't know.
Girl, that's on anxious attachment style.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How many relationships?
I didn't put, we can make one up right now.
Yeah.
Let's say, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have between like 2 and 4 different relationships.
Okay.
Would you say that's about right?
You hauled everyone as in like brought a U-Haul to the second date? Like, how's that?
As in like, oh God, there's so many different ways this could go. Let's just say like moved in within 3 months. Is that even too far?
Okay. Here's the thing.
What's U-hauling to you? Let's define it here. Also for the people that don't know, I guess.
Yeah. U-hauling is like a stereotype and a joke about lesbian culture that what does a lesbian bring to the second date? A U-haul.
Yep.
Because women bond very quickly and like the gay girl mania is very strong.
So strong.
Yes.
You like it, you're not even yourself.
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
a monster takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I make a distinction between U-hauling and the burn it down method.
Okay.
I'm a fan of the burn it down method.
Please do say more. What the fuck is the burn it down method?
So U-hauling, let me explain that first.
Okay.
U-hauling is getting a lease with someone.
Yeah.
U-hauling is moving furniture.
Yeah.
U-hauling is going to a new city.
Yeah.
Very intense, permanent types of decisions.
Yeah.
That's a little too far for me.
Okay.
Like, right away, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Honestly, 3 months.
Okay.
But I am a fan of the burn it down method.
Okay.
But maybe this is because...
But go into what the burn it down method is.
The burn it down method is like U-hauling, but with an easy out.
Okay.
So maybe like you do a long-term stay with one person.
I see where this
or
comes
you go on
into
the
play.
long trip together.
Ding, ding, ding.
Because that's going to show you real quick where the cracks are.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of the burn it down method.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I want to find out quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. U-hauling is so... There's so many variables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It either goes really good or really bad.
So if you were seeing a girl and she was like telling you about her past relationships, and let's say the past 3, she moved in with them like 3 months into the relationship, each one, would you be like red flag or just like...
And then stayed with them for how long after?
I guess it just fucking depends, doesn't
3
it?
months, I'm like, that's fine. Burn it down, girl.
Oh my god, 3 months terrifies me, but that's because
Just don't get a lease together. Have an easy out. Burn it down.
I have commitment issues. I see a lease and I go, ah!
Yeah, see, I wouldn't do a lease.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's like, is she repeating the same pattern? Like her first U-Haul relationship, she like did the lease, moved to a new state, and then they broke up within a month and had to be roommates for a year.
Yeah.
And she did that 3 times.
Yep.
That's dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes.
Yep.
But if it's like 1 failed U-Haul and like 2 burn it downs, I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes the gay mania takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to have an out.
Period.
Don't sign a lease
Period.
if you don't know them.
Yeah. Okay, last one. I believe we're ending with a banger. She's a 10, but unironically thinks Jopping by Super M is the best song.
Oh, 100. Easy. Easy. That's my dream woman. I might consider a real marriage for that one.
But like, this is unironically speaking. Loves to jop.
Girl, I love to drop. What's the problem?
Because when we jump in and flop in and dropping.
I mean, what's not to love?
Okay.
My 3 favorite twinks in one group. Oh my god. It doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't. Speaking of twinks, we didn't say what twink we're going to see in Taiwan.
Oh my god. We're gonna go see Kai. One of the members of Super M. Do you think he'll drop for us?
Oof. Probably not. Dang. We could, but I would be down to bring a sign that says "Jopping?" ?
Ooh, love that.
I mean, but I don't know how far we are. Like,
I don't know.
Would he even see us?
Who knows?
And also, concerts in Taiwan. Is everyone going to be sitting? Like, what's the...
Yeah, I think the whole situation with concerts in Asia is, like, they're a lot more orderly.
Yeah.
Because, like, K-pop concerts in America, people are, like, crazy.
Insane.
They're, like, barking and screaming.
Yeah. I bark.
Yeah.
I scream.
Yeah. Of course.
I'll bark at a man.
Yeah.
I do bark at men.
Uh-huh.
So...
It's, like, it's, like, reverse.
Yeah. I've seen like videos of like concerts in Japan. I don't know if it's like as intense or if Taiwan will be as intense as Japan, but like everyone is sitting and silent.
Yeah.
And that
Korea's like that too.
oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe we'll stand out with our dropping sign, and maybe he'll have no choice but to look at us.
You must drop.
You must drop for
We're
us.
here for the drop.
Here for
Super M, please come back.
Super M.
God, if you're real.
Super M,
God, if
please,
you're real.
please save us, Super M.
Save us.
We need you.
I think it would fix me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
To have 10, Kai, and Taemin all together again,
Yeah. It would fix me.
it would fix me.
It would fix me.
I would never be depressed again.
I wouldn't be mentally ill anymore.
No. I would get off Lexapro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's all we have for you today, folks.
Hey.
It was shorter because these take a really long time for me to edit.
Hey.
And
We got some feedback. They were like, shorten the episode.
yeah, the girlies, hey, if you're a friend, let us know what you think. If you're not a friend, still let us know what you think.
Yeah, leave us a little comment.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we should do that. Comment.
If you have a question for us, comment it and maybe we'll answer it.
Yeah. Rate us 5 stars, please. So
Please.
the Spotify gods like us.
We're asking so nicely.
Oh, and if you're watching via YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
Hit that like button.
Yeah.
That feels horrible to say. That feels horrible. I don't like that.
Hey.
Hey, we gotta follow us on TikTok and on Instagram.
We're figuring it out, but hey.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
It's kind of a hot mess express, but
Yeah. We're trying to get G-Dragon's attention.
oh, I crashed out right before you came. I can't believe I didn't tell you. Somebody with this like very similar username to G Dragon, like
Uh-huh.
on his Instagram,
Yeah.
liked and saved our TikTok.
Oh.
And I saw the notification and I literally screamed out loud, went to it, clicked on the profile, not G Dragon.
No, he doesn't have TikTok. But he's
See,
locked into Instagram.
I should have known.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know what we need to do is we need to make an altar that's like manifesting a GD and TOP reunion, and he'll like that expeditiously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We just need to make. What if there's so many options? We could make G Top related videos, fanfic.
Oh,
Reciting
he loves,
it.
He loves that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know about that, but anything that's like, honestly, that's a really good. Like, we honestly should like go print out some pictures right now and set up a TOP altar.
Yeah.
Because G Dragon
absolutely.
will be all over that.
He will.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we could cut this because I think we already said bye. But anyways,
We'll say it again.
yeah.
Yeah. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride,
Happy
gays. We love
Pride.
you.
We love you. Bye.
Goodbye.